Hey guys, thank you for watching Breaking Burke. This is my YouTube channel about houseplants and gardening here in the desert of Albuquerque, New Mexico. We are at my grapevine today. You can see this is on the other side of the yard in my mom's section, but it has grown quite a bit. These whips on it are, I'd say, probably about 6 feet long. And to get the biggest and best crop from your grapes, you want to do some pruning as they grow. Now you can continue to just let it do its thing and sprawl and grow as big as it wants to. However, that will take nutrients and water from the grapes that are on there and not let them grow to their fullest potential and be like big store grapes. In order to get big clusters of grapes like the store, you're gonna have to do some pruning. There was a guide online that said you want to do it to about 15 buds per section. So you see right here, that'd be considered a bud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I'm not going to sit here and count all 15 buds per thing. And I do this every year, so I can do it kind of mindlessly. Another tip, let me just take this off here to show you. It will drip water from the cut ends just because, like I say, it is delivering tons of nutrients and the water needed to grow these grapes already. So let me see if I can just prune a couple of these to show you. Like I said, it's nothing too crazy. Yes, you can think about it. You can come in here and really put some effort, but for me, I've done this so long that it's just like second nature. And for grapes to sweeten or any type of fruit, it is very important that they do get some sun. They need airflow, and like I say, the sun is what helps concentrate those sugars in the fruit. And that's why sometimes if you don't let your fruit get hit by the sun, it either ends up pale or not very sweet. That could be why. So there's one thing you need to do, is take it back, like I say, to a section where you're removing some of the foliar growth and giving a chance for our future crop to get bigger. Now, this type of grape, I've only ever seen it get to be about 1/4 inch in size. Another thing you can do to try and increase the size of your grapes is actually prune the cluster of grapes. Now, on a cluster of grapes, you want to take it off about half. So you can see this one is about 6 inches. You want to leave about 4 to 5 stems of little grapes forming on there. So you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take it off there. Now, I know this does seem kind of silly to go and take off half your grape cluster, but if you want grapes in size and not in volume, like you don't want 1,000 tiny grapes, you'd rather have 500 nice sized grapes or store sized grapes, this is what you want to do. If you don't care and you just want it to go and do its thing, just prune for, like I say, light to get into the canopy and to hit these things. Or you can even just leave it alone, pick what you get and be happy with that. I do that sometimes, but I do have to keep this thing back because it is a vigorous grower and it grows huge. Like this thing will get 100 feet long in a season and continue to produce. Like I said, this is a weird variety. My grandma started it from a cutting from one of her cousin's plants, and anytime I prune it, it'll start growing again. Like it's gonna grow from here and here, all those buds that I showed before, and it will set new clusters of grapes. So that's why it's kind of counterproductive for me to prune on this, because all I'm doing is forcing this specific grapevine to push out more growth and more sets of fruit. Like I say, I do it for size management, not so much for the size of the grapes or the sweetness of the grapes. I make them in a jelly because they're so small. The nephews and nieces do like to eat them because they're small, fun, kid-sized grapes, but they are a little sour. Another reason I use them for jellies. It is real neat having it because, like I say, my grandma is the one who came and stuck it in the ground, and she's been gone for 12 years now, and I still get to come out here and spend time with her on her grapevine. So really neat. I hope this provided you a little bit of insight as to maybe why your grapes aren't getting as big, or what you can do to increase your size and sweetness in your grapes. Another thing you do want to remember is, as soon as you can see those grapes, water regularly. You can see there's a bunch of little tiny grapes that didn't develop all around in there. That's because I'm not so great with the watering schedule. I mean, this is in my mom's yard, the base of it, so whenever she waters, it gets watered. That's about once a week when she remembers. So fertilizer, water, and pruning, you will have bigger grapes. It is all dependent on the variety you have and on you yourself too. You have to put the effort if you want the fruit. But here are a couple tips. Hopefully you try it. Like I said before, I'm not a professional. I have done this for years, but never been trained or grown grapes for production. But thank you for watching.